Jesus said, "Blessed be the peacemakers." Now, peacemaking wasn't a new thing when Jesus came around. Peace has been something that the people of God have been talking about for centuries, millennia. There was 2 prophets in the Old Testament named Micah and Isaiah. They painted this picture where God's people were all together. And when they were all together living with God, one of the attributes of the people of God was that there was no war. It was peace. And then they paint this beautiful picture where they say that the people will beat their swords into plowshares. It's this really cool image that they'll take like the steel or whatever they made their swords out of and hammer them down and get some blacksmiths to forge them down and to turn them into plowshares. They'd take the tools of death and violence and turn them into tools that brought life, for gardening, for creating new things. I like to think that we are the same as swords and plowshares, that tools aren't necessarily good or bad. Tools are what they're used for. I mean, take a machete. In one person's hands, it is a tool of mass destruction, made to maim and dismember and kill anything it sees. On the other hand, it's a tool for clearing, for creating new space for new things to grow, for carving out new trails and clearing out where brush has grown too big. The question isn't whether the tool is good or bad. The question is it being used for the right purposes? A machete looks like a machete, whether you're killing somebody with it or whether you are building something with it. We're the same way. You are a tool, not like that kind of tool. The question is, are you letting God use you to be a peacemaker or not? Are you making the world more peaceful or not? And the truth is, like, it's hard work being a peacemaker. Just like using a machete. I mean, it takes time to cut and clear all that brush. Sometimes we have to do that in our lives, like people who really upset us, who we really struggle to love. Peace is hard. It takes a lot of work. That's why they're called peacemakers. But the truth is that that's the work God invites us to. Not just to keep the peace, but to make it. To turn the swords in our lives into plowshares. Instead of bringing about like conflict and struggles and fights, bringing about peace with everybody around us. That's the work God invites us to do.